From a wasp interrupting the on-stage action, to a player missing the board in the World Championship, these are some of the weirdest moments in darts history. And first, we have Joe Murnan when he made his World Championship debut in 2016, and in his Ally Pally debut against Andy Hamilton, he embarrassingly celebrated early after getting the tie-break rules wrong. Hamilton ignored his handshake. Luckily for Joe, he went on to win the game in the next leg.
Flag in the board at all would have left him a finish. Double 16 for Murnan to go back in front and into the front. The strongest finish in the match. It's the first Tom Cross finish in the match. No, you haven't won, Joe. Records. No.
In the match he's done that. This is now, Joe. You've won now, Joe. You can celebrate, my man.
That was just embarrassing for Murnan, but this next moment was potentially costly for the player involved. During his 13th European Championship appearance, Mensur had a weird moment in front of his home crowd. After going one leg away from a win against Florian Hempel, Mensur celebrated by punching his hand, which caused his own watch to fall off of his wrist and be destroyed.
Turns your mind to mush.
Oh, good dart. And they are celebrating.
He opened the match. Oh, there it is there. The strap's gone.
Mensur's fail was just weird, but Gerwyn Price's weird moment in Blackpool potentially benefited his game. In his first-round game against Phil Taylor at the 2017 World Match Play, Price started a checkout attempt at 160, with darts in the treble 20 and single 5. This awkwardly left him on 95, but he got lucky with his final dart, knocking the single 5 out and hitting another treble 20 to leave tops, meaning that his third dart effectively scored 55.
Oh, my. Took out a fabulous 160.
120.
That's done him a favour. That was one of the best darts you'll ever see.
Price was left on a good number after all that, but somebody notoriously bad with numbers is Leonard Gates. Gates debuted at the Grand Slam in 2022, and in his second group game, he had 3 darts at 70 to beat Damon Heta 3-0. However, he miscounted, thinking he was on 50 and hit double 16 too early. His mistake saw him lose that leg, and then lose the game 5-4.
Leonard, you require 70.
But this for the match, and it could be the end of the Grand Slam for Damon Heta. Oh, he's missed.
50.
He has made a terrible mess of that. He missed the big 16.
On the stage.
A remarkable win for Damon Heta. What a remarkable defeat for Leonard.
Gates did manage to hit what he was aiming for, unlike our next player. During his debut World Championship game in 2013, Norwegian player Rune David totally missed the board at one point in a very weird moment. Referee Hugh Ware looked visibly stunned.
Nothing else. No, but he really is struggling now, isn't he?
65 scored. Wesley
Does count as a throw rather than a drop.
That weird moment happened in the BDO World Championship. But now let's turn our attention to the more famous PDC version. At the World Championship in 2017, Peter Wright pointed out a draft in the arena ahead of his game against James Wade. As a result, both players left the stage before the game even began, allowing the officials to find the source of the wind. After a delay, the players then returned to get the match underway.
James Wade, does he need to go an extra 10% on those doubles to have a chance today?
I think he's got a great chance anyway. I mean, James Wade, his game, as long as he's
throwing missiles of 22 grams roughly.
Yeah.
And they've got the flight on that takes the wind and the battery. The thing is with this, you get a door open
in around about 15 seconds time, and we can actually get this first quarter-final up and running. And there, right on cue.
Peter Wright was right to point that out, but something he did wrong came in 2014. During a game against Michael van Gerwen in the Premier League, Wright threw a treble 20 before going too high with his next dart. To compensate for this, he bent down very far, something we never see, before throwing the next dart too low from his low position.
a couple of times already tonight. His mindset is... He's got the mind of someone that knows they can win. He knows that he's got the goods. What on earth is he doing? What on earth? Did I just see that?
Mission next to me kneeling there. Well,
Now let's go back to the PDC World Championship for an incident involving the famous ally Pally Wasp. At the 2018 World Championship, a Wasp got onto the stage and began to annoy the players in a game between Mensur and Kevin Painter. The Wasp eventually began to target Suljovic and settled on Mensur's shirt before he flicked it off using his finger.
Every year. It was just hilarious, the fussing. Has this ever happened to you, Matt? Anything on stage? Kev can handle himself, but even he's finding this. I reckon this is a complete set.
That was harmless for Mensur's game, but this next incident disadvantaged a player in the World Championship. In his 2014 World Championship game against Peter Wright, Michael Smith began a visit with 2 darts in the treble 20, both of which were knocked out by his third dart, which was only a single 20. This weird moment saw him lose 120 points in a very cruel way.
107 average. Oh! He's just knocked 2 out! Have you ever seen anything like that? Oh, my God.
During James Wade's walk-on for a 2013 World Championship game, Wade began to dance behind the dancers. However, he stood too close and got hit in the lower region by one of the dancers' arms. Ahead of the match, he was clearly in pain.
I mean, what was he thinking here? I'm just going to creep round the back of the stage. I mean, this really is in sort of that Dirk and Peter Wright sort of category of stage errors, but it was only going to go one way. The girls are there dancing, they're waving their arms around, they can't see where he is. What does he expect?
During his 2012 World Championship game against Steve Beaton, Magnus Carus missed 3 match darts whilst the crowd were booing. He then sarcastically clapped at the crowd and was clearly very angry with them, making the noise worse. He went on to lose the game 3-2, having been 2-0 up.
Kansloos voorbij. Dubbel 10. Magnus Carus, pokerface. Dubbel 5. Daar heeft hij nog 1 kans op. En hij gooit hem aan de binnenkant. Ja, hij laat even zijn pokerface vallen. En nog een heftig gebaar erachteraan.
Het publiek krijgt op deze manier wel wat het wil.
In that same tournament, Steve Farmer had a different weird moment. At the 2012 World Championship, Farmer hit a 180 when he was on 176, meaning that he shockingly busted. However, he didn't realize it at first and celebrated with a choo-choo celebration before understanding his mistake, making it a very weird and embarrassing moment.
Hij is geen profdarter. Hij is werkloos hovenier momenteel.
Kijk eens wat er gebeurt. Hij is zo in gedachten verzonken. Hij staat...
Farmer had a brain fart in that moment, just like Justin Pipe did in a similar weird incident. During his 2012 World Grand Prix quarter-final against Brendan Dolan, Pipe forgot that he was playing the double start format, causing him to throw 2 darts at the treble 20 to start a leg before suddenly realizing. After this strange mistake, Pipe managed to hit double 16 straight away to get straight in.
In deze set nog, waarin hij toch kansloos leek omdat hij op 2-0 achter kwam. En zo zie je maar weer. Alles is mogelijk. Ja, en hij vergeet nu dat we in Dublin zijn en dat je dus met een dubbel moet beginnen. Nou goed, hij herstelt het wel.
During the 2020 World Grand Prix game between Simon Whitlock and Mervyn King, a fly got onto the board. Whitlock squashed and killed it using his finger, but left it on the board, and it could still be seen when King hit a 180. It was still there even at the end of the leg before a referee removed it.
Ott egy légy. Igen, na eltalálja. Isten őriz, én állatvédő vagyok. Ott legyeskedik egy bogárka. Ez lehet, hogy King küldte. Bizony! 180! Megzavarja Whitlockot? Mindjárt kiderül. Öngyilkos légy. És nem zavarja meg!
During a Euro Tour game in 2024, Wright checked his smartwatch after missing the bull, presumably after getting a text. Did whatever happened distract Peter and prevent him from winning that leg?
His first port of call. Now it's going to be a 12 for the bullseye for 5-1.
56. Danny required.
For more darts videos, click on the screen right now.